If you've been keeping up with the latest buzz, you might have noticed that Drake, one of the biggest names in the game, is facing some serious backlash from the hip-hop community. Let's break down why everyone seems to be turning on him and dig into the details that have led to this major shift in his relationship with the genre. Drake has long been praised for his ability to blend different musical styles and cultures into his tracks. From reggae to afrobeats, he's incorporated a wide range of influences into his music, making him a global superstar. However, what was once seen as innovative is now being criticized as cultural appropriation. Many within the hip-hop community believe that Drake has crossed the line from appreciation to appropriation, particularly with his use of Caribbean and African musical influences. Critics argue that he benefits from these cultures without giving proper credit or understanding the struggles faced by the communities from which he borrows. For instance, Drake's album More Life featured numerous tracks with dancehall and Afrobeats influences. While the album was a commercial success, it sparked debate about whether Drake was genuinely paying homage to these genres or simply exploiting them for profit. Artists and fans alike have called him out for not collaborating with enough artists from these cultures or giving them the platform they deserve. This has led to accusations that he's using these sounds as a trend rather than genuinely respecting the cultures they come from. This isn't just a minor critique, but a significant issue in a genre where authenticity and respect for the culture are paramount. Drake's tendency to adopt different musical styles without consistently acknowledging or giving back to the source communities can be seen as exploitative. His work often skyrockets to the top of the charts, while the original creators and communities remain underrepresented and underappreciated. Speaking of which, have you heard about the recent debates surrounding cultural appropriation in the music industry? It's becoming a hot topic, especially with artists like Drake being at the center of it. This issue isn't going away anytime soon, and is likely to continue affecting how fans and fellow artists perceive Drake. Drake has had his fair share of public feuds over the years, but his recent conflicts have painted him in a particularly negative light. In hip-hop, authenticity is crucial, and the idea that Drake wasn't writing all his lyrics himself damaged his credibility. The beef with Pusha T and Kanye West left many fans questioning how much of Drake's success was due to his own talent, and how much was manufactured behind the scenes. Moreover, Drake's falling out with longtime collaborator and mentor Lil Wayne raised eyebrows and fueled rumors of Drake's self-serving nature. Their relationship had been one of the most significant in modern hip-hop, and their fallout suggested that Drake's loyalty might not be as strong as many had believed. This perceived lack of loyalty to those who helped him rise to fame hasn't sat well with many hip-hop purists. The story of Drake and his ghostwriters isn't new, but it resurfaced with a vengeance during his feud with Pusha T. The implication that Drake, an artist who many looked up to for his lyrical prowess, was using ghostwriters struck a nerve in the hip-hop community. Authenticity and self-expression are pillars of the genre, and the revelation that Drake might not be penning his own rhymes undermined his credibility. Feuds in the hip-hop world are often seen as a way to test an artist's mettle, both lyrically and personally. Drake's response during these feuds have been seen by some as lacking the sharpness and authenticity expected from a top-tier rapper. This perception, coupled with his personal and professional fallouts, has contributed to a growing sentiment that Drake is more image than substance. On a different note, I wanted to mention how Drake's relationship with other artists have also come under scrutiny. His collaborations often feel strategic rather than genuine, leading some to believe he's more interested in riding the waves of other artists' success rather than building meaningful connections. For example, his sudden friendship with Meek Mill after their infamous beef seemed more like a PR move than a genuine reconciliation. This kind of behavior has led to questions about Drake's authenticity and whether he truly values the culture he's a part of. Drake's immense commercial success has always been a double-edged sword. While his mainstream appeal has brought hip-hop to a broader audience, it has also led to accusations of him prioritizing commercial gains over the culture. Critics argue that Drake's music has become increasingly formulaic and geared towards mass-market appeal, rather than pushing the boundaries of the genre. This shift towards commercialization has alienated some of his core fanbase and fellow artists who believe he has strayed too far from the essence of hip-hop. This reminds me, did you see the mixed reviews for Drake's recent album, Certified Lover Boy? Many critics noted that it lacked the innovation and creativity of his earlier work. While the album was a commercial success, it was criticized for being too safe and predictable. This criticism isn't new. It's been a recurring theme in Drake's career, as he consistently releases radio-friendly hits that dominate the charts but fail to challenge the status quo. The commercialization of Drake's music is also evident in his numerous brand partnerships and endorsements. From Nike to Apple Music, Drake's image is everywhere. And while this has undoubtedly made him a wealthy man, it has also made him a target for those who feel he's more interested in profit than the culture. This commercial success, while impressive, has further distanced him from the hip-hop community, which values authenticity and creativity over financial gain. The balance between maintaining commercial success and staying true to the cultural roots of hip-hop is delicate. Many artists have struggled with this balance, but Drake's perceived emphasis on commercial appeal has been particularly polarizing. In an era where social and political issues are at the forefront of public consciousness, artists are often judged by their stances and actions on these matters. Drake's perceived lack of engagement with critical social issues, particularly those affecting the Black community, has drawn criticism. While he has occasionally spoken out on certain topics, many feel that his efforts are superficial and lack the depth and commitment shown by other artists in the hip-hop community. Changing the subject for a moment, what do you think about how other artists have handled social issues? For instance, during the Black Lives Matter protests in 2020, many artists used their platforms to speak out against racial injustice and police brutality. While Drake did make some statements and donations, his involvement was seen as minimal compared to other artists who were on the front lines of the movement. This perceived lack of commitment to social causes has led to questions about Drake's priorities and whether he truly cares about the issues affecting his community. The backlash against Drake in the hip-hop community is the result of a combination of factors, including allegations of cultural appropriation, high-profile feuds, questions about his authenticity, the commercialization of his music, and his handling of social issues. While Drake remains a significant figure in the music industry, the growing discontent within the hip-hop community suggests that his position as a beloved icon is no longer secure. As the genre continues to evolve, it will be interesting to see how Drake navigates these challenges and whether he can regain the trust and respect of his peers and fans. In the end, Drake's story serves as a reminder that in hip-hop, success is about more than just chart-topping hits and commercial success. It's about authenticity, loyalty, and a genuine connection to the culture. Whether Drake can reconnect with these values and restore his reputation remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, the hip-hop community will be watching closely. While we're on the topic of interesting things, have you heard about the recent discussions on how hip-hop culture is influencing other genres? It's fascinating to see how interconnected the music world has become. Don't miss out, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated on all things hip-hop. Like and share if you enjoyed this video.